We all know that there's no shortage of like weirdos, predatory individuals on the internet. Okay. And normally when I cover something like this, it would be kind of just for the memes and kind of mocking it because we know that Twitch, for example, is a cesspool of well, epic proportions. And this story is about a new meta. What is a meta? Well, essentially it just is a trend. A meta in Twitch has been, last year it was like the hot tub streams. And when people talk about the Twitch meta, maybe it's IRL streaming, maybe it's eating fast food, or maybe it's like the cinnamon challenge, or maybe it's the whatever, playing Among Us, whatever's popular turns into a meta, turns into a trend. Well, one particular meta on the platform is predatory, in my opinion, and I want to share with why it's hilarious and pathetic, but it's also more sinister, and I hope that you'll hear me out on it because, I don't see a lot of people sharing this part of it. Most people just look at these girls with their hanging their bobs out to get viewers, ha ha ha, slut, or something like that you'll hear. But I think it's far more sinister, um, than people understand. It's extremely predatory. I think it's gross. It's very borderline P word, I think. So there's a new meta on Twitch, which is essentially women not wearing their tops and cutting off the camera just above the areola is essentially what it is. Some of them even pathetically greasing their chest up to make it reflective. Okay. You see this, pictures. I'm not even going to show the picture because, okay, this one's okay. When they're live, it goes much lower than this. Okay. You see, Twitch is one of the net's top broadcasting platforms, filled with a wide array of live content that is just for everyone to enjoy. About everyone. However, some streamers have discovered certain strategies for optimizing their channels. Something called a meta. For example, Twitch became the subject of scrutiny in 2021 for the hot tub meta. The ASMR meta took over the site. Now, in both of these particular examples, it was scantily clad women targeting 12-year-old boys. Okay, that's the gross part about it. And I want to talk about that. So now there's this thing called the topless meta. You have this clip from December 8th from a streamer and model, not even going to give them any clout, showing the creator seemingly standing fully, unclothed in front of the camera. However, the camera cut off just above any sensitive bits, but many viewers feel they're going too far. So here's the shot. I mean, you're kidding me, right?
I feel
What is this meta?
And also, like,
you can even see they greased up their boobs so they could get better glare, right? Now, of course, she isn't the only streamer participating in this. Other broadcasters have also joined with similar content, leaving commenters across social media baffled as to how its content hasn't been warranting a ban for violating the platform's community guidelines on spicy content. Twitch's guidelines on this type prohibit females presenting individuals from showing any nip unless they're actively feeding a child. Many viewers argue that these streamers are finding ways to skirt Twitch's guidelines. Now, of course, this person doesn't seem too bothered by the backlash, even poking fun at their fellow creators, but urging them to take part in it. Now, I want to tell you why this meta is gross, predatory, and sick. Okay. Some people might say, yes, of course, not everybody is 12 years old on Twitch. I understand it. Sometimes I watch Twitch, right? There's two avenues here that I want to share with you. And by the way, if you agree or you disagree, don't forget that Christmas is right around the bend. Coffee Brand Coffee has, in my opinion, the best gift options on the internet. We have pre-built gift boxes, but we also have our super popular gift box builder where you can choose from about 30 different coffees, K-cups, ground, whole bean, 15 organic teas, real cacao cocos like peppermint hot cocoa, premium candy and snacks like chocolate-covered espresso beans, spicy and sweet treat mixes, kettle corn, peppermint bark. You can build your own personalized gift box. Promo code BESTGIFT. You only have about 7 more days to order to get it in time for Christmas. So I hope that you'll do so. Now, the reason that these metas work, the reason that I think they are gross is the following. So first and foremost, a lot of people will ask, why don't these women just go on to some website that does this kind of thing? I don't really know. I know there are many out there. Cam sites, right? Why don't they just do that? Or why doesn't Twitch just have a section for this, right? Where you can have an age verification, this, that, and that, right? It's because these women know that they would get no attention in a sea of other women exposing themselves, right? That is the harsh reality. That is the truth, and that is what makes this predatory. If these women were just out there saying, "Oh, I want to be a normal, I want to be a, I want to sell my body on the internet just like everyone else," then they would be on those sites. They know that they're essentially surprise boobs on Twitch, a place where you're not used to seeing it, right? A place where you're not used to seeing it, suddenly you see it and it becomes extremely popular. That's the reason, that's the reason that these like ASMR streams, right? I mean, 45% of the viewers, nearly 50% of the viewers on Twitch are between the ages of 13 and 17. So 1 out of every 2 viewers that these women get are under 18 years old. Just so we're clear, okay? This is why I don't have a lot of time for this. You want to do this work? Fine. Keep it off Twitch. The reason it gets popular on Twitch is because it's full of children. It's full of children who create a pipeline. They are essentially grooming young viewers to get addicted to porn. That is what they're doing. It's not, haha, it's a meta, tee-hee, look at this weird thing, ha 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 ha. They know where they're going, has a 50% audience, 50% of the audience is under 17 years old. They go there, they put themselves out there like that because they know children will watch. Adults can find some 2 fried eggs hanging on a nail like that anywhere on the internet. I'm not going to Twitch if I'm trying to get the poison out, let's say. They are specifically there on Twitch for children. Okay? That is why I don't really believe this whole like, oh, it's just the meta, ha ha ha, it's just the meta, ha 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 ha. No, you know what you're doing. And that's why it's so nefarious. That's why these women doing this, like, they either know and are okay with it, which I suspect, or they're completely oblivious to it. And they're just like, oh wow, I go on Twitch and I do this and I just get a bunch of people addicted to my OnlyFans account. I suspect these women know. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly who their target audience is. And they go on Twitch to find them. Nobody would care about this woman on some cam site. She'd be one of a billion women selling themselves. They go on Twitch because they are groomers, in my opinion. Right? Teehee, it's harmless. Teehee, it's harmless. Oh, really? Then why are you selling, it's always a pipeline to their spicier content. What is the end goal of this individual streaming on Twitch? Ask yourself that. It's to get people to subscribe to their OnlyFans. That is the end goal. And you go to a pool that you know is full, nearly 50% of them under the age of 18. to sell these things. I mean, that'd be like going to a high school with porno mags and being like, well, some of the seniors are 18, so this isn't weird. Yeah, I know some of the freshmen are 13 years old, but there's teachers here too. Here's a high school full of people. There's teachers and custodians that can buy these. It's not like this funny thing to me. You know what I mean? It's not like this harmless thing to me because I know the level of thought that is going into this. They know by going on Twitch, they will find children who they can get addicted to their parasocial OnlyFans content. And it's disgusting. I don't condone it. You want to go on there and play video games and happen to mention you have an OF, I think that's fine. I accept that. But when you go and you do this crap, right? You show up and you're just, obviously there. I don't agree with it. And I don't think it's funny and harmless. I think it's predatory and gross. And, I think the longer that Twitch, I mean, I can't even show what's going on here. I can't show it on the screen, but it's like it's not just one woman doing it. It's bad enough that men are preyed on these platforms. Young men, boys getting addicted to, this type of content. People will say, "Oh, but it's there are 18-year-olds there too." Okay, cool. All right. When are you cool with your daughter seeing some guy's junk root? Everything but the tip. Are you cool with some guy showing that to your daughter? Oh, well, that's different. No, it's not. Now, some women might say, well, this is all the problem. Free the nipple. Okay, fine. That's a different argument. But that's not what these women are doing. That's not what these women are doing. They are targeting young men to sell them content that they shouldn't be watching, that they're not old enough for. And it's gross. And any attempt to pretend that these monsters aren't targeting young kids goes out the window when they're purposely putting this content on Twitch. They know who's watching it. Yes, some people are of age, sure, but most of them aren't. And it's quite frankly, it's absolutely disgusting.